Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drum.
It is yet another exciting episode of football-related matters on DMP Sports. My name is Captain, and I welcome you to today's episode. It is that time of the year where the world gathers around the biggest and spectacular stage of football. Yes, the 23rd edition of the FIFA World Cup hosted in Mexico, the United States, and Canada. And here with me, I have my regular guys, KD and William. How do you feel this evening, especially at the beginning of the FIFA World Cup, the 23rd edition of the FIFA World Cup? How excited? What is the excitement around it for you?
Well, I mean, as we were expecting, World Cup is actually the biggest tournament in football.
Right.
So, I mean, we're all waiting for it. Then waiting for the opening game.
Between South Africa and then Mexico.
It just take us back to the 2010 when two teams met, or two countries met.
Yeah.
And then it ended up one or draw. So, I mean, we are still waiting for it. I mean, to see what is going to come. This time, Mexico is going to take South Africa in their home ground. Right. So we are waiting for it.
All right, KD, how exciting are you on the opening of the World Cup?
I am very excited once again, that we are about to start another fantastic and marvelous and gargantuan tournament, which is the World Cup. Yeah. I'm expecting, in fact, I have a lot of expectations in this tournament this year. So, of course, I'm rooting for some few countries. So let's see how it goes. But I'm also intrigued about the match between Mexico and South Africa.
Right.
Back in the days,
16 years ago.
16 years ago, they met.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. That was 2010 in South Africa. Yeah.
16 years ago.
Yeah. 16 years. Yeah.
I thought my maths was bad. Sorry. Okay, before we dive into the opening of the World Cup, that is the game between Mexico and then South Africa. Let's take a look at the new rules that is governing this very World Cup. You know, there are so many fun facts, and then one of the fun facts will be around the new rules. You know, there are several rules that have been in there for whatever reasons, and then about the rules, what do you think? Will? What do you think about the rules that have been introduced? For example, a player delaying to be substituted. You know, the other player has to wait for a minute or so, and then you don't have to cover your mouth when you are, talking to the opponent or something, or attract a penalty or an impedance on that.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate FIFA on these rules because I mean, as spectators and then fans. Yeah. We want to enjoy the game, as in seeing the game flowing all the time. So I think these rules are actually limiting the delays and all those activities in the game. And I think it's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to bring the entertainment in the football. So I think, it's good. FIFA actually putting their legs on their toes to just make sure we enjoy a beautiful game in this tournament.
Okay. Yeah. Well, one of the KD, one of the rules is it's related to VAR's interference, for wrong calls on corners. Yeah. Oftentimes we see clear corners, but it's giving us goal kicks, and then here lies the case that VAR is into, be the fair judge in there. Is it a way to go?
Yes, as Willie said, it's a good thing they have adopted. Right, at least it's really going to help, because sometimes the teams, even though you could see that they are struggling, but there are certain petty things that they can pick on to. For example, maybe a corner, a free kick or something. Right. It will help them, or it might even help them to at least overcome their opponent. But based on that, they just let go, or they just give away such infringements, and of course they will restart the game again, and they'll still be in disadvantage. So I think that it's the rules that they've brought up. I think it's a good call. I think it's going to. I wish maybe to be extended to the various Premier Leagues, but I don't know how it's going to go from here after this tournament.
All right, great. Then again, let me highlight that previously we used to have 32 countries represented. And then here lies the case that it's been extended to 48, with new debutants, 4 key countries. You know, our Nigerian brothers still missed out. I mean, Niger don't carry last, but then carry last. What are your thoughts on the newbies? The new newbies, Curacao, Uzbekistan, which other countries? Again, Jordan and then Cape Verde. Yes. I think Cape Verde had an impressive run in their qualifiers. I don't know about the 3 other countries, but I mean, fair enough, they are there. What do you have to say about their appearance on the first stage of football?
Well, if you look at Cape Verde, which they are from our African continent, I mean, for some years now, they've been a good team. I mean, going to the Cup of Nations, they are dominating in the African football. So, I mean, I have a big expectation from them. I mean, going to the world stage. I just want them to prove a point. That, come on, we are going with the likes of Ghana, we are going with the likes of Egypt. Then we've been facing these teams. And I think they should take the opportunity to make a history in this tournament.
So, KD is still on that. Does that mean that as the years goes by, the World Cup tournament is getting more excited, you know, due to the extension of participating countries to play? Is it still the excitement that we need to enjoy, or say how there is this how is it idiom? The fewer the fewer the merrier. I mean, in this case,
I don't think in this case it's that's expression matters. As we are going, we are evolving. The world is growing. We are evolving, right? So a lot of new things will pop up, right? So FIFA per their intuition, they realize that this thing is going to help, and it's also going to give other countries that have not really had that opportunity to also feel how the World Cup is like, right? So I think it's a good call for FIFA to extend it from 38 to 48.
Okay. Well, still on that, what does it speak about football in Africa? You know, initially we had 5 slots. It used to be 1, 2, 3, and then 5, and then like now 10.
Yeah.
What does that speak of African football?
Well, I mean, we said we used to have 5 slots. At the point, I think it used to be 3 or 2 in Africa, and then it was extended to 5, and now to 10. It tells you that, I mean, the football is also growing because we have some notable countries that
no matter what, they will never
get a chance to participate in a World Cup competition. But I mean, football today, I mean, every country is learning and they are improving. So it tells you that, I mean, those countries that we had lower expectation from them, today they are coming out with some big performance and then big challenges to these big countries.
And then I think it's a great avenue for us to put, you know, our names on the map there.
Exactly.
You know, growing up, I got to know most of these countries through watching football.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity for extending the numbers and all that.
Yeah.
And then KD, let me come to you. You know, there is this new rule, or say an entertainment version of it, where the halftime show, and then I think it's slotted in the final. Is it because
in the final or like every halftime?
Alent is in the final.
Okay.
And then we only know of the opening ceremony, closing ceremony, but within the final, during the halftime, there's going to be an entertainment version in there. Is it because it's being hosted in America? You know, when it comes to NFL and all that, they have these halftime shows and all that. Is it because, you know, we are trying to...
Well, maybe, who knows? Like, I'm paying for what I say, like, and it's not bad, right? I don't think it's bad. If fine, they cultivated or they copied that from the NFL, it's fine. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. Why do we go to the stadium? To entertain ourselves.
Right.
So if they are adapting such and they are bringing such in the final, then trust me, it's an amazing thing.
Great. Yes, and then a couple more of the fun facts. All the representative 48 countries produce a brand of beer, and then our very own 1930.
Is it club beer?
1930.
I don't remember.
Is it 1935 or 1938? It's in there as well.
Maybe.
So it's like the battle of the beers.
The BS.
And
Okay.
yeah, like
then if it's BS, then it means the Germans are really going to emerge on top. You know the Germans
Really?
already. Yeah.
Yeah, I
you know
think
the
they are
Germans
experts
already.
when it comes to
When it comes to
beer.
so we should root for German beer.
You should
right?
wait for German beer.
Great. And then when it comes to the age bracket, right? There is this gentleman from Scotland, that's their goalkeeper, Greg Gordon. He's 43, who's the oldest. Yeah. And then we have Ronaldo. Who is 41, the second oldest. And then we have Modric, Edin Dzeko, Ochoa, young man, Manono, yeah, and then Bizinha of Cape Verde, who are 40. I think one of the oldest players that we've ever witnessed. Roger Miller, if you can remember. Yeah. And then Hossam, the goalkeeper
from Egypt.
Yeah. And then looking at the youngest player, you have Gilberto Mora of Mexico. He's 17 years. Yeah. With this balance, how are we to enjoy this World Cup looking at the age bracket in there?
So, you see, people will say age is just a number, right? Mentioning the names of these players, trust me, they've cultivated that amount of experience over the years, right? So I'm not surprised that most of their countries, they've called it their old players and all those things, other than the young players who are emerging. Because when they recognize how important experience is, so at the end of the day, when they have such experienced players in their midst, they are able to motivate the young ones to do what? Like emerge on top, right? Because one, they have done it before, they've seen it all. Are you now going to tell me that Ronaldo or Modric or whoever is now going to learn? No, they've achieved whatever they want to achieve in football. Maybe probably not all, but they've achieved a lot, right? So adding them is going to be a very good factor, as in terms of motivation, the psychological aspect, because one, they've been there before. So whenever they are motivating you, they know whatever they are doing, what they are saying, they know whatever, like the feelings, right? So at least it helps a lot, right? It helps a lot. So that's why Ghana, some of the portion of Ghanaians, they were rooting that we should include Dede Ayew to our squad. At least for him, whenever the team is down, he has a way of lifting the team up.
But here lies the case that he hasn't been really active.
Exactly. So it's a right call for those teams that have called those experienced players.
Okay. So, well, let me come back to you. Africa has got 10 slots in the 10 key countries representing the mother continent. Would you like to predict 5 of the countries that will be, sailing into the next stage of the competition?
Yeah, of course. As an African, I'm expecting. I wish all the 10 countries from Africa will advance.
It's possible.
Yes,
because right now at the best third place. So just imagine maybe 5 of them qualify, they are second on their, then other 5 to best.
Well, based on record, I think based on record, Africa hasn't been great when it comes to World Cup. But with this current team, with the likes of Morocco, with the likes of Senegal, with the likes of Ghana, based on their experience, well, I see Ghana qualifying, I see Senegal, I see Morocco,
Cote d'Ivoire,
and I see Cote d'Ivoire, and then Cape Verde. For Egypt,
playing
for Egypt,
some kind of football.
I'm just praying they will qualify, because if you look at their records in World Cup history,
it's not great.
no. Even at the time where they used
had
to,
the
they used to
best
have
players,
their
Abu
best
Trika,
goalkeeper, Abu Trika,
yeah, Mido,
Mido, Hassan.
Zidane.
I mean, they were dominating African football, but even it was even difficult for even qualifying for a World Cup tournament. So I'm just praying that Africans this time around go all the way.
KD, looking at the entire games and then in their respective groupings, which are, say, the best games to watch out for? I mean, which one would you?
The best game to watch out for. I think almost all the groups. I think tomorrow's game. Czech Republic and South Korea.
Yeah.
Czechia, they are game 2 because I checked their records. Czech Republic, for the past 5 games, they've not lost. Yes.
Okay.
Past 5 games, they've not lost. They win, or not that it's ended up in a draw. They win all their matches.
Okay.
But Korea too, they've played 5, the last 5 games. They've won 3, they've lost 2. Right? So I'm expecting, and you see the kind of watching Czechia play, you see the energy, the tenacity. Right, the same implies to South Korea as well, right? So I'm expecting a very fireworks in this game. I'm expecting fireworks.
How about the opening game? South
Opening,
Africa and then
course,
Mexico.
To be honest with you, a lot of Africans are rooting the South Africans, but football, we don't use emotions and all those things in football, right? It's all about the facts and all those things. Remember, the 2 teams, Mexico and South Africa, they've met twice. That's in 2005 in the CONCACAF. South Africa won by 2-1. Then in 2010 World Cup, they played 1-1 where Chabalala scored and Marquez, who is now their assistant coach, he also equalized. Right, and it ended 1-1. So based on it, and of course it's in the soil of Mexico this time. So I am rooting that based on the analysis, based on the fact. I think because Mexico, they are playing home, they are going to dominate. They are going to win at the end. Maybe probably a 2-1 or something.
To me, I'm expecting South Africa to take the game on Mexico, because if you look at the record in World Cup history, I think Mexico, this is their 18th appearance. And then out of the 18, I think
they haven't won much.
They've played 60 matches within this 18 tournament. And then
losing 28.
I think losing 28 and winning, drawing 17 or winning 17. It tells you, and I think playing 9 matches in their opening games in all their tournament, CONCACAF, World Cup, getting 2 draws and 5 losses, it tells you that they are not good in terms of opening games. So I expect South Africa to go all out, just to get a result.
But the thing too is, because you see they are hosting. You know that in football the 12-man counts, right?
Yeah, I think
they are going to rally behind them.
I think
look at right now what is happening now with the South Africans. Wherever you go, they are hooting at them, and probably psychology. It might get to you, right? And maybe on the field of play you will lose concentration. So maybe probably Mexico can capitalize on that. To disable the South Africans.
Okay, so we'll delve a little deeper into the opening game, right? So, which country would you say will be described as underdogs in this tournament?
Wow, to be honest with you, right now football has become tactical. We now teach football, right? People will go out there and scout. So this person stands here, this person. I don't know if you remember 4 years ago, Morocco. They took about almost every player had a tactician that he worked on. So if they are going to play a game, they will be like, okay, Ronaldo, he does that. Bruno Fernandes does that. So whenever, and that was why they were able to trample upon Portugal and qualify to the semis?
Yes, semis.
Right? And they dominated in that World Cup, right? So to be honest with you, picking an underdog in this particular tournament will be very difficult. Once again, 4 years ago, Saudi Arabia and Argentina, you saw what happened, right? Before the match, everybody was saying that Argentina, of course, Messi is spearheading, so he's going to trample upon this. Argentina are going to trample upon them, maybe score them mercilessly. But at the end of the day, they were hooting, where's Messi? Where's Messi? So it will be very difficult for me to pinpoint that this team is an underdog, this team is an underdog, because surprises are this kind of tournaments are full of surprises, right? So I don't think it will be. In fact, it's going to be very difficult for me to pinpoint.
Well,
to me, I think there are a lot of, countries from the Asia. There are a lot of countries from the Africa. To me, people see Africans as underdogs, but this time around, I'm expecting Africa to pull up. With a lot of surprises, because I think Africa have a good team this time around. So I'm expecting a lot of surprises from them.
Okay, great. Let's dive into the opening game, whereby Mexico is welcoming South Africa. The last time these two countries met was 16 years ago in South Africa. It ended in a draw. I'm not in a position to take support from neither of the teams, but tonight you can call me Hector Modise Gasaya. Okay, so let's take a look at tonight's game. Okay, you did present the record for Mexico, in which they've appeared at the World Cup stage 18 times. The best finish is the quarterfinal, right? Yeah. 60 games, 17 wins, 15 draws, and then 28 losses. Looking at South Africa, they've been there 4 times. Their best is the group stage. 9 games, 2 wins, 4 draws, and then 3 losses. Mexico have had incredible players, both past and then present. You can mention Hugo Sanchez, Marquez, currently Jimenez. You have Alvarez, Chicharito, Jorge Campos, and then the oldest player in the Ochoa. And then South Africa having Benny McCarthy, McFish, Bartlett, Chabalala, Mokoena, and then Ron Williams in here. I think William was trying to push South Africa to have a balanced game and then probably come on top. Are we to see that? Because I'm getting that the game has started a few minutes ago, and that I don't know your expectation about.
So starting with this, I heard experts saying that this is the worst team Mexico has presented, like based on compared to the past tournaments. This is the worst, right? So it is really going to be very difficult. And also on the part of South Africa, I think 6 of them are from Sundowns, right?
Yeah, Mamelodi
Sundowns.
Yeah.
So you could see the cohesion. You could see that the team, they know themselves, right? So going into a tournament like this with players who have been playing together for a very long time, they know themselves and all those things. It's really going to be difficult to break them down, right? But of course, I don't expect South Africa to sit deep and maybe try to hit the Mexicans on counter. No. That one will be a disaster. Right. Because one, remember, the Mexicans are playing at home, right? Go all out, right? But try and make sure, of course, I'm sure maybe they've watched a lot of Mexican games and all those things, so they know their weak points and all those things. But I expect the South Africans to be clinical up front. Right? I expect them to be clinical up front. And when they do that, they will instill fear in the Mexicans to also be alert, right? So for this game, of course, I don't care whether South Africans are beating whatever the whole world. I am rooting for Africa. So I expect South Africa to emerge as victory in this match. At least the worst case scenario, a draw.
Well, how about you?
Well, I wouldn't say Mexico have a bad team because they still have experienced players. Yes, I think they have. They still have Raul Jimenez, and then Edson Alvarez is also still in the team. They are actually host nations, so I'm expecting something big from them. Because being the first match, we don't want to see the host nations leaving the tournament so early. It brings the tempo, the supporters, and everything. Yes, we don't want them to carry away like that. So I'm expecting Mexico to win this game.
Mexico to win. Okay, so I call it the battle of the tequila and Amarula. You know what I mean? Tequila from Mexico and then Amarula from South Africa. Let's take a look into the next games whereby South Korea is clashing out with Czechia. South Korea are also having some incredible players. And then part of their records, they've been to the World Cup stage 12 times. Their best is the 4th place, if you can remember, Korea-Japan 2002. They've played 38 games, won 7, drawn 10, and then losing 21. They've had incredible players, like I said, Son Heung-min and then Ji-sung Park, that devil who was at United some years back. And then Czech, they've been to the world stage 10 times. Their best is the 2nd place. Twice 2nd place teams, 33 games, 12 wins, 5 draw, and then 16 losses. Notable players include Rosicky.
Mention that name.
Pablo
Nedved. Yeah.
Peter Cech, of course. And then the current player in West Ham, Souček. Looking at this caliber of players, different style of football, they meeting tomorrow. Who do you think will come on top?
So I'm rooting for Czechia. Yeah, Czechia to win because looking at their past performances, they've been incredible. So I expect them to bring that kind of tempo into this tournament, right? So even though I know it's going to be a dicey game, the Koreans, they play a very fast game and all those things, right? So, and I think the Czechians are going to really slow things down. And also at the end of the day, tactically, they are very good. They have some young chaps in there who are very, very, very brilliant. The likes of the Liverpool left back, Chimikas, and then their striker, right? So I expect a very, very interesting game. I expect a very, very interesting game. But at the end of the day, tactics will come to play, and I will pick Czechia to win at the end of the day.
Well,
it's a tight game. Yes, it's a tight game. South Korea, looking at, they are a very pacey team. Yes, they can outrun if you give them the chance. I will go for Korea.
They're also good in there.
Yes, I will go for Korea.
Okay, so Korea over Czechia.
Probably,
And then Mexico over South Africa. Okay.
No, I'm rooting for South
Africa
Africa
over
African.
Mexico.
It's all about Africa.
Okay.
Right, so I'm rooting for South Africa.
All right. So who do you think? Which country will be the first to score in the opening? Is it going to be South Africa? Is it going to be Mexico?
I know Mexico are going to score first, right? But at the end of the day, South Africa should just win by 2-1. That's all.
Okay. Well,
Mexico winning by 2-0.
Okay. So the entire Group A, where you have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and then of course Czechia. Who do you think will emerge on top of the group to qualify for the next?
So I'm rooting for Mexico to top the group.
Okay.
Then Czechia, then South Africa. So
Leaving out
South Africa,
South
they are
Korea.
going to qualify. Yes, South Africa are going to qualify to the next stage, being the 3rd best place.
Okay. Well, do you have any other?
Well, I see Mexico, South Korea, and I think South Africa and the Czech will battle for the 3rd place.
Okay, great. And then we are getting feedback in the studio that Mexico has taken the lead over South Africa. So one shot of tequila.
It's just camouflage.
One shot of tequila as against Amarula.
They are going to come out. I predicted 2-1, so don't worry, no fears. No fears at all.
We live to see. All the best to both teams, and then we hope to enjoy this World Cup tournament with you, our lovely viewers back home. And then we'll be coming back to do an overview and preview of the subsequent games that will be coming. My name is Captain, and then this is DMP Sports signing out. Peace.
All right, peace.
Down, down, down. Da, 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 down, down, down. DMP where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drums. A diamond page, oh let's engage. Every topic, every stage. Borderlines blur, but hearts stay true. Diamond page is all for you. The brass is bold, the groove runs deep. Thoughts to ponder, truths to keep. Snap your fingers, feel the flow. Diamond page now.